want to show you how to get your wedged ball of clay into a slab. And there are a lot of tricks to make it work. Here we go. I'm going to take my clay and I'm just going to pound it. Great for getting your anchor out. Then, there's the trick. I'm not just going to turn it over and throw it down. If I throw it while I drag it, it will help stretch the clay. But what it also does is it takes the particles within my clay and it will want to open it up. Take my clay. I have canvas here that I can pick up, and you'll know why in a minute. Take the clay and drop it in a dragging motion. And it's starting to get longer and longer. I can switch directions to keep it more round or squarish. So every now and then I will stop, and when I pound it out, this allows the particles to be smashed together again, making a more compressed clay. And then again, I can drag and drop. So now it's time to roll it. It's getting about, I don't know, what's that, half an inch or so? Okay, so when you roll, you want to be sure that the canvas is not wrinkled underneath, because the wrinkle will actually go into the clay and you could cut your clay, and that will be a vulnerable point that might end up tearing. So first thing I want to do is make sure that under my slab, the canvas is all smooth. And then I'm going to start rolling, and I want a dry rolling pin. The more you roll, the more moist the surface is going to get, and that makes the clay stick to your roller. So every now and then, just on a dry part of your canvas, give it a little wipe down like that, and help make it release the clay easier with each pass. So you're going to want to roll it all the way off. If you just roll like this, the edges are going to remain fat. And roll in different directions, pressing and rolling. Now, it's thick enough I can just pick it up gently. You can always use your whole arm underneath to lift it, put it down. And roll. I'm going to want to make it not so long, so I want to do it this way. So I'm rolling all the way off the edges, and I can go in both directions. When you hand roll your clay, the middle area will be a bit fatter and the edges will sort of slope down. So consider that when you're trying to make something that all the slabs will be the same thickness, which is our goal. So I want to show you why I like using canvas. Watch this. If this is too thin to pick up without tearing or stretching, I can actually pick it up like this. See how it sticks? And I can peel it away gently. Smooth out my canvas. And lay it back down. Maybe turn it. Put it over it. Give it a roll. Then I can pick up both sheets. Like that. I'm gathering it up. And I'm going to quickly lift, flip. I can peel this one away. And there we go. Can keep rolling. So can you see how the fabric wrinkles up like this? The reason that happens is that the fibers in your fabric only can stretch so far before they don't have any more stretching. The clay is in and on that fabric, so the clay is restricted by how much this can or cannot stretch the fabric. That's why we lift it and release it and flip it. It releases the fabric, relaxes the fabric. You put your slab back down, then the fabric can stretch again with your clay as you keep going. I'll show you when your clay gets pretty thin and it's fairly thin right now. Don't assume it's thin enough. A lot of times, the middle and a large section of it is actually going to be pretty thick still in terms of a wall thickness for a piece of pottery. So I like to really make sure I roll it thin because I like lightweight sculptures or functional pieces. I've rolled my slab out about as thin as I think I want it. I'll check that in a minute. What I want to show you is once you have it so that you can work with it, you can keep it on this fabric or not. It doesn't matter. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to use my work board. So I'm just gently picking it up and I can put my arm under it, hold it like this, and lay it down. And then I can pull it off.